Hi, this is Sophia, and I'm here with Rob on Front Row Live.
First of all, congratulations with a new signing with Warner.
Thank you.
We were talking about this earlier and how it's like you grow up dreaming about it, and now this is a reality. How did Warner like first find out about you, and what was it about Warner that made you want to say yes to this collaboration?
I think it was kind of like a link of my music on SoundCloud that started going around, and then they heard it. My manager started talking to them, and then before I knew it, like we were on Zoom calls. I lived in Liverpool before, so I used to go to London to like meet Warner in the UK too. So yeah, they were just very, very interested in, it's Warner. And I was like, yeah. And then they offered the deal like mid. We've been talking the entire time. And they were like, yeah, we're still going through the deal. And we were all like, oh, great. So it worked out. So that was good.
So you signed this deal, and your debut single, "Little Did I Know," which just recently dropped, and it's it's such a beautiful song. I love that we are focused on your delicate voice instead of hearing all these other sonics, and it's just you and the guitar and acoustics. And talk to me about that song in particular, and like that creative process of it, and kind of just being vulnerable, letting your voice be vulnerable to the audience.
I think for me, like being vulnerable when I'm recording or singing, it's always been an easy thing. Like it's usually what comes natural to me, like being able to like, yeah, be vulnerable. The song, I wrote it in school, so like back in November, and it was supposed to just be like me and my friend writing a song for fun, and that's it. And we were in my kitchen. We were like, super quickly. He was like, look at this guitar part, and I was like, great. And I went to the other side of the kitchen. I wrote the song, came back, and we only had 2 hours because he had to leave because his car was in the parking. And like, if you don't, if you stay after a certain amount of time, you have to pay a lot of money. So he was like, I gotta go. So I was like, took the computer, recorded the vocals, recorded all the harmonies, and he was like, okay, bye. And then that demo, like Warner liked it so much that they were like, let's use it. So that what you hear is a demo, which is kind of funny. I mean,
That's
Gladys, yeah. And you
that's
can hear
crazy.
at
So
the
it
end,
was like,
yeah. At the end of the recording, you can even hear my friends coming in, my roommates coming in and slamming doors and stuff, like if you pay attention to it. Yeah.
that is so crazy, because I don't feel like it's so common that you're able to go straight from that initial demo, especially
Yeah.
when you're a new artist. Like you want to make sure everything is good, and like, but
Hmm.
that is incredible.
Yeah, no, it was fun because like with the other songs in the EP, we had to, you know, produce them and like figure it out, and like I had to produce part of it and then send it over. Then like it was not messy, but it was a long process,
Mm,
not messy at all, just a little, just long.
yeah.
Things right, you kind of have to take your time a bit. But no, with Little Did I Know, it was already done, and then we just finished it producing stuff here and there, and but yeah, that was really
Now,
nice.
now the way that you delivered the lyric or your vocals on the song, like, did the, did you have that in mind already? Like, did you know this is how I wanted the song to sound? This is how I wanted to kind of like deliver my lyrics? Or is that something that you guys kind of went back and forth with him on the guitar, and then you just trying to figure out your sound, and what Sophia would sound like?
No, it was like I said, like it was super quick. Like I just left to the little side of the room, and the main, that I can, that part,
Hmm.
that was like I heard the guitar part and I instantly sang that. And I said, that I can't. Like it was like super quick. And then I was like, oh, like what you say? And I was like, okay. And I wrote it down on my phone. And then the problem was doing the chorus and where I wanted to go from that. but I remember like I just wanted the song to sound uncomfortable,
Hmm.
like desperate, because that's how I felt at the time. So just singing that part was very like, after a lot of tries trying to figure out the chorus, that one came about, and me and my friend like looked at each other and we were like, yeah, like there's a recording of it. If you go on my Instagram, you can see me like little did, and I was like, I finished the thing and I'm like, do you like it? And he's like, I love it. It's really funny. Yeah.
That's awesome. And this is like the first listen for, for a lot of the American fans, is the first listen of you, but it's also the first listen of your upcoming debut EP, Ventura. So as you mentioned earlier, like the EP, there was more going on with it. There was, there was a production going on with it. So how do you feel? How do you feel you were during that process? Because you're used to doing this on your own, just you and your friend, and then now you have a team behind you, and there's producers and all that, and there's a studio. Like, what was that experience like for you?
I think it's just fun to know there's people that care so much about your project that they're down to put time into it and like to make it the best it can be. I think at first I was like very, and I still will forever be like this with my music, very like protective over it. So I can get really anxious about it because I want it to be everything right, you know what I mean? But I think this experience just like let me like relax a little bit about it and just know that if I'm gonna be working with another producer, like, you have to work with the person and find like what you both want for the song. So yeah.
And at the same time, are you learning to like produce your music now that
Yeah.
you have this producer with you?
Yeah, I think a lot of the songs in the EP I did by myself and then
Mhm.
would finish off by someone else. Or was me in the Zoom call for hours with the person while they were in producing, and I was giving ideas, and we were like, and I was like, the bass can go boom, 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 boom. It's like, okay, boom, 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 like that, and it's like hours, but it was so like, yeah. My mom would come in, she's like, you're still on the call. I was like, yeah, get out. Yeah.
So did you get to be in the same studio with him or in the same room with him at all?
There's a song called Handful of Water. That's the next song, the next single comes
Mhm.
out in October, if I'm right. And for that song, I was in the studio. And then one song called Gems, and that one's also in studio. But then the others were recorded in my room or in my kitchen, or yeah, those are the two options.
Now, when the audience listens to it, do you feel like we can sense that you were in a studio versus you were in your room or you were back home in Panama? Like,
Maybe
do we
not.
get to feel that?
I think maybe you'll hear the coziness of the other songs. Like you'll
Hmm.
hear that maybe it's a little more intimate. The good thing and what I like is like the songs that were in studio were like the bigger songs that people were like, oh yeah, these songs are like the songs. Those were done in studios, but then the others were done in my house. Um, I do think there's a sense of like all the sad songs were recorded in my house or the kitchen, which I think is weird, but
Well, that probably feels appropriate though.
yeah, no, I think it's perfect. Like I don't think I would have done it any other way. Like how it turned out, I'm super, super happy. I'm really excited for y'all to hear it.
I'm excited to hear it. I mean, little did I know is just a tease of what what you've been creating,
Yeah.
and your voice is just like I mentioned earlier. Like it's a beautiful voice, and like I love that it does sound so delicate. Um, so like, did you have to? What did you have to go through to kind of like discover your voice and the way that you sing?
Um, um, I think I had a lot of people in my life that I really look up to, like artist wise, I mean. When I was younger, I really, really liked Stevie Nicks. Um, and she kind of has like a very nasally ring to her voice, and I would try to imitate her a lot growing up. Um, and then I think there was this girl called Zella Day. she loved Stevie Nicks as well. And then I would like try to imitate her. And then fell in love with Motown and soul. And then I would like try to imitate them. And then I think it was, but there was something that it was always there, like the melancholy of my voice, maybe. Like it was always part of, it was the one thing that was coming natural, I think. And my tone of voice was always the same. So I think it was maybe a mix of the music that I listened to and also like Brazilian music and, and that's what maybe after a while it just came natural. Because I've been wanting to be a singer since I was like 12, 11, like every kid kind of. But yeah.
No plan B. This is it. This is it for you.
Yeah, no, I was telling my mom, I was like, we both knew like there was no other plan B. Like it was this or was this, like I was gonna be a singer no matter what. Either I was gonna be singing at like restaurants and stuff, which I would have loved, wouldn't mind, or like in coffee shops and stuff, or like I would have really tried to go for it professionally, which I'm very happy I did. And I have been trying for a while now.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations once again. I'm excited to hear this upcoming EP, and congratulations with your signing and your debut single.
Thank you.